First and foremost, let me say that my heart and prayers go out to the family of Alton Sterling. In no shape, way, or form is what's going on right now in the world, right here in America, in Louisiana. It's not okay. I don't understand why, even in 2016, we still have to deal with racism and hatred. It's just not fair, you know? And I look at this whole situation as this. They had to ban slavery because it became illegal and unethical to hold people against their will like that. So I feel like the government found a new way to still be empowered and to try to destroy people of color. So what I feel like they're doing is they have given these police officers, people who have mental issues, people who have psychiatric issues, people who need to be all the way evaluated. They're giving these men and women guns and allowing them to so-called patrol our neighborhoods, so-called patrol our lives. These cops are out here killing these people for fun. Like, what was that man doing? Did you guys see the video? He didn't have a gun. He didn't do anything that was life-threatening to any of those police officers. And now, you know, I see that there's a couple of football players that are saying that they knew him and they grew up with him and said that he wasn't even that type of guy. He wasn't even, and said that he wasn't a harmful type person, that he was actually very sweet, loving, and caring. For these police officers to run around here and just do whatever it is that they want is completely asinine to me. And, you know, with this new Donald Trump thing that's out now where he was basically saluting Saddam Hussein and saying that Hitler was a great person because they knew how to kill terrorists. And at the end of the day, like, this is a country where we're all supposed to be equal. I think people need to understand and learn the difference between equity and equality. Equality is giving everybody the same thing. Equity is giving things to people in fairness so that they can also achieve what they need to in a time of need. We have to do better. We have to come together as a people. And I don't just mean black people. I mean black, white, Hispanic, Asian. We have to stand up for our rights, you guys. And the only way that that's going to happen is we got to get in these offices and we need to vote. We need to pay attention to who our political figures are. We need to pay attention to the people who are making these laws, the people who have the say-so over what goes on in our communities. Because if not, we're just going to continue to just have these Twitter rants and these peace rallies that aren't ever going to amount to anything. The problem is not the communities. The problem is the people who have been put in place to govern our societies. And quite frankly, I'm sick of it. These pigs need to be taught a lesson, but we can't do it in violence. You can't fight fire with fire. You guys have to find a new way or a different way to approach the situation. Cops are still killing citizens, and it just makes me think, like, where have we come? I hear people say all the time that we've come so far, but how have we come so far? And a man can't even be on his way home to his wife and kids without having to worry about getting killed by the police, the very people who were sent here to protect and serve us. We wouldn't be scared of the police if we weren't taught to be scared of the police. Don't you guys understand the media is brainwashing you guys? The media is doing certain things and putting certain images out there every time something like this happens to keep you upset, to keep you in fury, to keep you inflamed with rage, so that it gives them a reason to be scared for their lives. And I saw the list: no conviction, no conviction, no conviction, no conviction. Talking is not going to change anything. Twitter rants and Instagram beefs are not going to change anything. Rallying's not going to change anything. Blowing up stores and vandalizing your communities is not going to change anything. The only thing that's going to change, or the only thing that's going to make a change, is you have to become proactive. Become part. If you're not a part of the problem, then you're part of the solution. If you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the problem. And that just went over a lot of y'all's heads. But when's the last time you voted? Do you even know who the candidates are? And I'm not talking about Donald Trump. I'm talking about the politicians and the community political figures right here in your own backyards. Do you even know who they are? Do you know what they stand for? Probably not. When these are the very people who are getting voted as chief of police, captain of the squad. You don't even know who these people are. You don't know their names, you don't know their faces until something like this happens. It's called be proactive. Educate yourselves, people. Instead of coming down on the police and bashing every police force across America, because I don't believe that all police are bad. I believe that you have a few bad people who make it onto the police force who ultimately have had these ulterior motives, which turns into what we see in the news and things of that nature. Tamir Rice, Sandra Bland, Freddie Gray, Michael Brown, Trayvon Martin, and now Alton Sterling. These are all names that we all can say off the top of our head because we see it in the news for a whole year until the trial ends, and then nobody has anything to say about it again after that until another person is killed by the police. These type of things aren't happening in affluent neighborhoods. It's happening in the hood. It's happening in the ghetto.